There are more than 300,000 people in Australia who are both deaf and blind. But rather than focus on what that stops people doing, support workers want to show you just what those with dual sensory loss can achieve. As Cheryl Hall reports, it just takes the right help.
Wait till it up a bit like that. OK, take it again.
These people are blind and they're taking photos of Melbourne.
So we got a couple of photographs of the front entrance to Luna Park. You can see the clown's eyes really, really blue in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And it's, to be honest, it's pretty scary, but it's a good photograph.
It's quite amazing what some deaf-blind people are actually capable of if they have the right support systems in place. And it's introducing them to places that they would never normally have the opportunity to go. And of course, if you're blind or have vision impairment, you always need the support of somebody to actually describe all the surroundings to you.
So if you can point the camera and I'll show you the frame. Okay, so we have the frame of the camera and behind we've got trees and Tessa's right at the bottom but you've cut her feet off.
I definitely enjoy it. It feels weird at first because it's my first time, but the more information I get, the more confident I'll get taking photos.
Alex Saar and Barry Lucas can't see, but they can hear. Michael Doherty can't do either. But that didn't stop him joining Able Australia's photographic tour of Melbourne.
It's showing them they have a lot of good cafes and shops down there. I've heard they have the best cakes in Melbourne, so I'm just going to go have a walk and have a look down and see.
Able Australia has commissioned new research that shows there are 332,000 people in Australia with dual sensory loss. That's blind and deaf.
Depression is very high. They need almost 24/7 support. And we're funded at the moment only to provide 2 to 3 hours a week to a small number of them.
The research predicts 1.1 million people around the country will be both deaf and blind by 2050. Able Australia says more funding for support workers is vital.
These people will just live a life of isolation, depression, and of course be a much more significant cost to the community than what it is now.
And he's got stripy sleeves. And then we've got the girl. She's playing guitar.
Without being taken to sites like this, they don't know that this exists. And being able to see other people's artwork helps them, in their own minds, be more creative and learning how to frame their pictures, and yeah, it gives them more ideas, inspirations, I guess. I had never heard of or seen of this place before. I didn't know it existed. It's beautiful art, beautiful colours. It's fantastic, really. The interpreter was explaining to me the different works that I've seen and I had better understanding. It's the same language as we use for the deaf community, but we need to adjust it.
As for Michael Doherty...
So can you tell us what he thought about what he did today?
Just telling me his favourite part today was visiting the art centre and visiting the landway. We walked up there and we saw the Hindu god, Vishnu, I think. He enjoyed that god there, so... It's actually my favourite part. I just get some joy today. It's good to get out and make sure everyone had a good time, so thank you.